So I found this concept of a sketchbook, or like a nature journal, called a perpetual sketchbook. And the concept is that you divide your sketchbook by the number of days in a year, and you dedicate a number of spreads to a certain collection of days. So like, for example, one spread would be the 3rd up to the 7th of January. Another could be like the 17th to the 14th the 14th to the 17th of August. And you work in the journal over a period of years, and you, on whatever day you're journaling, you go to that day on your sketchbook and you add something that you see in your chosen natural space. So for me, it's going to be the garden. So at the moment it will be my mum's garden where I am at the moment. In the future, if I have my own garden, I can start adding in things that I see in my own garden, or if I get an allotment, wherever the natural space is that I choose to journal about. And I think it's just a really cool concept because it will, over a few years, it will build up a really cool collection of things. You can go back to previous years and see if something was there at the same time, or if something's late, if something's early, if something different has come up that wasn't there a year before. And for someone who really struggles to finish sketchbooks, I think this is a really unique and interesting concept to me, and I think it'll work. I think I will be able to maintain a sketchbook. I'm hoping that something like this I could work over like 10 years if I had enough space. And not only is it great for journaling and seeing the progress in your natural space, I think it would also be really interesting to see the change in my artistic skills. I would hope to see an improvement, but it might be that my style changes over the years, or I get more competent with one type of medium. So yeah, it's a really cool concept. I've seen it attributed to someone called Lara Cool Gastinger. I think she's made it. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. But I've seen it like attributed to her. So that's where I discovered it, and basically what I want to do today is set it up so I can get started. I'm really eager to start drawing and recording things in the garden because it's the 1st of April 2024 today, and I feel like spring is the most dynamic time in a garden because some things come out and disappear within a few days. So you have to constantly be looking and constantly be checking on things so you don't miss anything out. So yeah, I really want to get it set up. I'm gonna show you what the book I've got and how I'm gonna lay it out. Alright, so this is the book that I have. It just came up on Amazon. I wasn't even looking for a sketchbook at the time that I bought it, but it came up and I immediately bought it because it just promised so much. So yep, we will, hopefully it holds up. But yeah, very much a targeted ad, which was very successful. So it's from a company called Artx, ARTX. Don't know how you would pronounce it, but it is 60 pages. It's like A5 size. So I find smaller sketchbooks are less intimidating for me. I recently found this out. Smaller sketchbooks, as in the size is smaller, but the pages are more numerous. That was a really weird way of saying it. There are more pages. That seems to work really well for me. There's less space to fill up, so I don't feel as intimidated by the blank space. It has this little pocket for things, so any loose stuff that I might collect, or notes or anything, I can slip in there. And it's got this really cool binding, so it's like the book isn't attached to the cover, and what that means is it actually lays completely flat. I have never had a sketchbook which is completely flat, and I am so ecstatic by this because it's the one thing that really bothers me with a lot of my favourite sketchbooks is they do not lay flat, so I can't actually fully draw across 2 pages. This is 100% flat lay, and it is really exciting. The paper is actually pretty thick. Oh well, that was 2 pages. But yes, the page is quite substantial, so that's hopefully going to hold up really nicely with a range of materials that I used. The only thing I'm going to have to be careful about is that because of the way it's bound, these pages are really easy to tear out. So actually you can see this page is already starting to fall out, so I have to be really careful that I don't turn pages too quickly, because otherwise they are just going to fall out. But if that does happen, I can always just add a little bit of clear tape or something to hold it together. So really excited about this book. I've got 2 of them. I ordered this one and it's arrived and I really like it, so I've already ordered a second one. Actually I ordered 3, but for this project I'm going to do 2. The idea being that I'll have 2 books to cover a year, so one book is going to be January to June, the other book is going to be July to December, and I will show you how I'm going to allocate all of the days into the spreads. So I've done some math, which isn't my strong point, but essentially this is just counting, so if I've done this wrong, really, I don't know what to say, but I have double checked it and I'm pretty confident I've made everything correct. So every single day in a year is accounted for with this plan. So basically one book is 59 double spreads, so that will be, there'll be 1 page for the front, like inside front cover, and then there'll be a page at the back which will be left blank, but within the book actually there's going to be 59 double page spreads. So each spread will be a specific time period, and I kind of did an average of how many pages I could allocate to each month, and then I did that for like the whole, so over the 2 books it's 118 spreads, but 59 per book. And then I obviously, as I said, I split up the 6 months to book 1 and then the other 6 months to book 2. And then I thought I'd actually want more spreads for the summer months, sort of the spring and summer months. The winter months are going to be a bit shorter because there's not going to be as much to be journaling. Realistically, I'm not going to be outside as much. So I would rather have more space to draw more stuff in spring and summer. So I've skewed the number of spreads per month a little bit to account for that. So at the top I've got the dates of each month. So this is the 1st to 31st of January. This is the 1st to the 29th of February. So that's accounting for the leap year, which we're in currently. So there'll always be a space for the 29th of February, even though that only comes every 4 years. And then all the way through to the other months. And then I've calculated up here how many spreads I want per month. So this is going to be 5 spreads per month. February will be 6, March will be 10, April 12, May 13, June 13, July 14, August 14, September 12, October 9, November 5 and December 5. And then down here we've got the number of the spread, so spread 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then within there I've got the dates that I will allocate each spread to. So the 1st to the 6th, 7th to the 13th, 14th to the 20th, and so on. So this is the plan. I have double checked all the way through that every single day is accounted for. Knowing me, there probably still is a mistake, but I will do my best to make sure that it is completely 100% accurate when I'm writing it up. So I don't have the second book yet, it's still on its way, but I can at least set up book 1. At the moment we're in April, so yeah, I can get everything set up in book 1, and then when book 2 arrives I can do the second lot. So all that setting up requires is to write the date period yeah, to write the days of each spread, so when you're flicking through you know which day to add your drawing to. So I'm just gonna literally write 1 to 6 on the first spread, 7 to 13, 14 to 20, etc, etc. That's literally all I'm gonna do. I might do the month as well, so I'll have maybe I'll do it in the corners. I wonder if maybe I should number them at the bottom, as in I can have January like you do when you have books, the page numbers are at the bottom of the page. So either I could do like January and then the day period at the bottom, or maybe I should do it at the top, like when you have chapters of a book, sometimes they have the chapter on the top corner. I don't know, I might have to do some practice and see which layout I like better. Yeah, maybe I should do that before committing because if I make a mistake then I can't erase it. Okay. I don't know which layout I want to do. I have no idea. Maybe this one might make more sense, or maybe this one, having it across the two pages. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should do it like 1st to 6th rather than 1 to 6. Maybe that would look better. Why is this such a hard decision? I like having something on both sides rather than just one. And I think maybe I should write the whole month. I don't know, I'll have space, like I don't need to abbreviate it. But even though the 1st to the 6th is on this side, it's the whole spread will be the 1st to the 6th. So does that make sense? Does it matter? Am I overthinking this? I feel like I might be. This decision is, I don't know why it's so hard. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm gonna think about it and make a choice, and whatever choice I make, it'll have to be the right one. What I worried about happening has already happened. The page has already fallen out. Oh no! The one weakness of this book. It's already betrayed me. It's fine. It'll be okay. I'll just tape it back in. Oh no. I've been so careful as well. Oh well. The front half of the fly just fell on my sketchbook. Head, wings, legs, no body or butt. What the hell? Okay, great. I have finished numbering my spreads. We had 2 casualties, but I have in pencil, because I can't commit just yet, added the dates of each of the spreads to the top left corner. So they are ready to go. 2 of the pages fell out while I was doing it. So yeah, that was annoying, but I've learned that this kind of binding is called perfect binding, and I might be able to get a special perfect binding adhesive, so I could potentially glue them back in. And the special glue is flexible, so hopefully I can glue them back in and still turn them. If not, I'll leave them loose and then tape them, maybe. We'll see. If more fall out, then I might have to think of another solution, but I still like the sketchbook. It will still be flat lay. I just have to be really careful when turning the pages, but it's not the end of the world. It's okay. Maybe that will help me not to think about it as too precious a thing. I don't want to put so much pressure on the sketchbook. It's supposed to be a way that I can record things, remember things. This garden isn't going to be here forever, and this is the most perfect time to document it. I wish I'd have done this years ago, but better late than never. So I'm really excited to get started. Yeah, I can't, and looking through it in years time, 2 years time, 10 years time, when it's all full, hopefully, it's going to be so rewarding. So I will really do my best to stick to this because it's important, and I'm setting the intention. If I set the intention now, I'm more likely to stick to it. So I'm setting the intention of keeping this journal up to date, consistently adding to it. Once the new book arrives, I will do the second half of the year and I'll be ready to go, and I can't wait to start adding to it already. I've already got a few things that I want to capture in here before they disappear for the year. So yeah, I'm so excited. I hope this has inspired some people maybe to give it a go. Make your own perpetual sketchbook, nature journal. I mean, you could do it for anything. And yeah, let's see where it goes.